Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Femme and Friends. And I have a very special guest, and we will talk about it. We were just talking, so sorry if I'm late a little bit, but we were catching up because it's been almost a year. No, it's been a year exactly. And we will talk to you about that because this is how we connected and how he's back on YouTube, although he hasn't been on YouTube for a year. And we will talk about all this and so much more. I'm just going to check with the chat really quickly and say hello to all the Femmies for being here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Good morning, Erica. And Gabrielle is here as well. Lazerna, I'm sorry, Lazerna or Lazema, sorry about that. Pam is also in the house. Hey guys, I know it's earlier than what we're used to, usually when I go lives, but I wanted to accommodate RJ's schedule. And we have a lot to talk about. As you know, Femme and Friends is about bringing on friends and just chatting about all the topics that we love to talk about. We're going to be talking about pop culture, Johny Depp and Amber Heard, because it is a hot topic of the week or of the month. And I know we talked about it last live, but I want to hear RJ's take on that too. We will also be talking about the future of reality TV, and towards the end, what we're going to do is RJ was really kind and brave but he's in good hands, to have a live reading with me. So he wanted to have a reading anyway. We're going to do it privately, but then he said, I've changed my mind. Let's do it, live. Let's do it publicly. It's a great way to show how reading works as well to other people who don't know me or haven't had a reading with me. And I think this is going to be very cathartic, very cleansing for RJ too. And I feel like he needs it. So everyone, I just wanted, hi, Jesus, how are you? Oh, you're at work. Oh, thank you for joining us during your break. I really appreciate that. I hope everyone's well. Before I bring on RJ, let me remind you, please like this video, subscribe if you're new here, and welcome, by the way. And also hit the bell if you want to get notifications every time we go live or every time I upload a video. That's it. That's done. Let's bring RJ on because we've got about an hour because he's got somewhere else to be afterwards.
Hey! How are you, dear?
I'm good. How are you? It's been a year, right?
It has been almost exactly a year yesterday since I have been on YouTube. Yes.
Yes. Oh, was it so last time we spoke or we had the reading on YouTube was the last time as well that you were generally on YouTube?
Yes. I mean, yeah, maybe I should say that the last time that we were on YouTube together, I think I did maybe a few things after that, but then shortly thereafter, I got off.
So your channel's still up, but you're not really uploading it.
Oh my gosh, my channel is up, but it's non-existent. I love you too, Lazima. It's non-existent pretty much because I have not posted. I think I only have literally one video up, but I'm so thankful to everybody that has supported my channel, even though it's stagnant right now. I mean, I have I think over 1,000 followers and people still there waiting to see if I'm going to post, if I'm going to do anything. So I really appreciate every single one of you. It means a lot to me.
They miss you, obviously, as you can see from the chat as well. They're like, where has he been?
Oh,
We love
wow.
you.
Oh, hi, Danny.
Look, hello,
Hello,
RJ.
Allison.
You've been missed. You've been missed. So
God.
do you think you'll be back on YouTube at some point?
So that's the interesting thing. I've always strayed away from it kind of because it's always been like a tug of war with YouTube, social media, and because the Black Socialites was started by my dear friend who passed away, Kyle. And Kyle was a blogger. He was a master blogger, in my belief. And I was a partner to the Black Socialites, but my kind of my department was more so like hosting and going out and networking and also adding to our repertoire of the who's who in our area, things of that nature. But I was not like mincing words and blogging and, speaking on different topics until he passed away. So because I feel like that wasn't, um, like some folks in my community would say, my ministry, I just, I feel like a tug of war between it because it's cool, but my gifts are in entertainment, like, writing music and acting and singing and things like that. But I also know at the same time, people loved what I used to do when I was after Cal passed and trying to keep the Black Socialites name alive. People really loved that. So it's bittersweet. I don't know. I'm still torn, but I can tell you this: since I have not stopped getting messages or calls about the Black Socialites revival. So,
And aside from Black socialites, which I think it's a great community and a
yes,
great, there's a great cause behind it as
yes,
well.
thank,
And you're so fitting for that. You're
thank you,
just so fitting because you're so loved and you have such a sensitive and giving heart and you're so kind, which just fits so well. You've got leadership qualities, RJ. But
thank
we'll get to that when
you.
we do the live reading. But what I want, but you started acting, which was incredible when I saw that on your IG. You did a
Yes,
mini YouTube series, wasn't it?
yes, yes.
Right. And do you
Boy
want to,
drama.
well, talk about it a little bit so people can go and check it out?
So yeah, Boy Drama is an LGBTQ related web series right here on YouTube. You can check it out. You can type in either Boy Drama web series or you can type in Don Bond. Don Bond is the creator of it. And actually, when it comes to acting, I've been acting since I was a child.
Oh,
Yeah, so if we can indulge a little bit in that, what inspired me to act was the first movie that I ever saw in a movie theater, which was Jurassic Park. And when Jurassic Park came out, I was 5 years old, and I saw like these two kids, screaming from this huge T-Rex trying to crush them in the car. And I was just like, oh my God. I was like, I think I could do that. So that kind of carried me on, and I've been acting since then. But later on in my adulthood, I joined the Boy Drama cast, I think in 2014, 2015. And so I've been
mhm.
doing that web series for quite a while, and it's great. It's great. I think we're going to do one more season, and then that's going to be that because we're not boys anymore. So we're growing up. So we got to move on. We got to cap this series off, and so I think that's going to be great, and I'm going to progress to the next thing.
I'm excited. I'm definitely excited. I will link everything down below. We'll link the mini
Thank
series
you.
on YouTube down
Thank
below
you.
once we're off. So everyone head on over there. And
Yes.
if you are not following RJ already, go ahead and follow him. I've already tagged him down below for IG, but I'll tag everything else
Yes.
too.
Thank
So
you.
so let's talk a little bit. Have you been, well, first of all, we met a year ago on Up and Adam because
But
Up and Adam because I did a collab with him for over a year, where every Tuesdays I would do readings. And one day you were there. I think you were talking about Below Deck, or was it one of the housewives?
I think it was one of the housewives. I unfortunately, even though Below Deck is one of the most popular series on Bravo, one of the highest rated, I let's put it this way, since I don't want any shade involved or injected in this, I do not really watch TV at all. It may be
Okay.
hard to believe, but I don't. I'm a YouTube person. I love YouTube. I feel like it's easy access. I can pick up my phone, watch whatever I want, or type in whatever it is that I'm curious about. TV to me takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of effort. Hence, which is why talking about different things that we used to on the Black Socialites was a lot for me because that
Mhm.
means that watching TV and trying to care about what I'm seeing, it felt like homework, and I'm just like, I'm really not into the gossip. I'm really not into the drama. My real life is pretty calm and quiet. So it was taxing mentally to me to have to do those things, and most people didn't know that. It
Mm.
was hard for me, day after day to talk about topics that I really didn't care about.
Well, it's a lot of work. I don't know how the others do it. Like, you know,
Hey, James.
see, told you, everyone's like excited that you're here. And
Thank
speaking
you.
of, you don't watch TV, because I was going to ask you, what do you think is the future of reality TV? But, you know, because I agree with you regarding YouTube. I watch more YouTube now than ever. And I do watch The Housewives and some of the Bravo shows, but I'm kind of like getting tired of it because I do feel that reality TV is shifting, and it's at that stage of that transition, which is sort of like, you know, it's either overproduced, it's too dramatic, it's just not reality TV as in how I see it, you know. So what do you think? What do you think is the future of reality TV from now on as things are changing? Because the viewers have become a lot more intuitive and smarter when it comes to reality TV. We're almost like producers. We produce the shows. That's why we come onto YouTube and we talk about it. And then you have chats and people just like either argue or agree. So the thing is that what's interesting is because YouTube, I agree with you, you have control. You can watch your show whenever you want to. You can post a comment. You can be on a live chat like
Right.
now and
Right.
just like on real time, just say what you've got to say. So definitely see YouTube being the future. But do you think reality TV? I mean, you did a YouTube series. Do you think reality TV might end up on YouTube, for instance? Because
Reality
that's
TV.
my prediction.
Reality TV.
Yeah,
Oh,
like,
reality TV is already on YouTube.
well, I mean, reality. Yeah, I agree. But I mean, like the Housewives or the equivalent of Housewives Below Deck, Summer House, instead of being on a channel like Bravo, ending up on YouTube.
Absolutely. I see all the possibilities that could come about. You know, reality TV will not go out without a bang. You know, it can end up on YouTube. It can end up on any streaming platform, if you will. My take on where reality TV is going, I feel like you're right. Like over the years, people have caught on to how these reality TV shows are produced. They have been overproduced and things of that nature. I feel like right now it is pertinent for reality TV to become as much as reality as possible. I think that Carlos King has done a great job with that with Love and Marriage Huntsville, because that is it's what you see, and it's what you get. And how I know, I have to keep some things to myself right now, but I can tell you in confident that the way that Carlos produces, it is what you see, what you get. There's no script. It is what it is, and I think that that is something that is appealing. That's why Love and Marriage Huntsville took off. In my belief, is because people could feel the people. I find my years of living, people can see through the BS. People can see when things are BS. They can see when things, when there's a facade up or if it's fake, what have you. So I think that that appeal with Love and Marriage Huntsville, people could see that it was realness involved. They saw the natural progression of it starting off as a show, you know, business oriented and things of that nature. And then all of a sudden they saw infidelity pop up. And it's just like, oh my God. So this, and they were all real friends for years and years and years. So it was just this organic thing that helped catapult them onto the next level. And I think that more reality shows will probably follow suit. They will have to, because people will get tired of the produce, and overproduced nature of the past from these shows. But I don't see it fizzling out completely anytime within the next 3 to 4 years. I see it, like I said, going to a more organic and just raw state of reality television, and also maybe peppering reality television upon multiple streams, platforms, and things of that nature. That's what I see.
I agree with I absolutely agree with you. And this is for instance, 90 Day Fiancé, when it started, it was, it was pure reality TV.
Mm.
And as it became more popular and more people got into it, it became very overproduced. And now we know what's been going on. And now we don't even believe the couples. Like, we just don't believe, the crap that they serve us. But what do you think of these new shows, like the new formats, like the Netflix format shows, like The Circle, like Love is Blind? What do you think of that? I would love to hear that.
So, okay, so because I don't really watch TV, I don't really watch those shows. However, there was a show on Netflix that I wanted to support. It was called I think it's Young Famous African.
African, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I watched it. I loved it. Oh my gosh. I think that it's a phenomenal show. It really made me happy to see Africa in the light that that I knew it was in. I knew, but to see the opulence and to see how Africans live, mind you, Africa is a continent, right? So there's different countries in Africa. So people have to also take that into mind. But there's all different kinds of ways that people live over in that continent. And I was just happy to see, people that look like me doing the damn thing and living how they want to live and being successful in their endeavors. And I think it's a beautiful thing. So I did watch that show, and I do support that show. I feel like Netflix is a king platform right now when it comes to content. And I think that it will remain king and supreme for years to come because they are so open to every idea. And, they toss things out there. And when you toss things out there, you never know what might become a hit. You might think, oh, well, people might like that, might not like this, but you toss it out there and all of a sudden people are gravitating towards it. You're like, oh, I didn't know they even cared about something like this. Sure. Love, what was it? Love is Blind. That took off. And then what was the other show? The really violent series, Korea. It was a Korean.
Like Squid Game.
Squid Games. Like who would have ever thought? I mean, it was such a toss up. You throw that out there and you think, okay, it'll be good, but Squid Games ended up captivating the world. Even for me, I was like, us as Aquariuses, whenever we see trends, we like, honey, they can have the trends.
I know, right?
We like to, stray away from trends. So when I saw that Squid Games was just everywhere, it was inundated everywhere and saturated and all in my face, I was like, nah. But then I was laid off work. This was during the height of the pandemic. And I said, you know what? I was like, let me try to see what this is about because I just see it everywhere. And I loved it. I'm not about the gore and the gruesomeness of it, but I loved the story. I ended up caring about the characters. So, yeah, I mean, in that regard, I feel like Netflix is doing a phenomenal job. They are phenomenal. They know exactly.
I think they've got the budget. So they've got the budget and they are Netflix. But the thing about, one thing that worries me about Netflix a little bit is like, I just read recently or yesterday that Netflix is thinking of adding advertisements.
I saw that.
And I'm like, are they really strapped for money right now? Because that, and we've heard that they've lost a lot of subscribers and it has to do, I think with, again, it's a political thing because it's like lefties versus Republicans versus, so there's a lot of that going on. And I think during the pandemic, a lot of people just said, we're just going to veto Netflix because of the type of shows that it was showing. But I don't know where Netflix is going with this. Like, I agree with you. The content is phenomenal. It is high quality premium, but the other issue is I feel that if you're a Netflixer, if you love watching Netflix, you'll be on it when it comes to the shows, right? So when Selling Sunset is out, you're going to watch it. You're going to binge it. What was it? what was the other one? Love is Blind, The Ultimatum, whatever it may be. The thing about Netflix is, unlike Bravo and all the other, and TLC, is I feel that there's a hype, there's a peak with those shows, and then suddenly it kind of like drops, like Selling Sunset. We're going on to season 5 now. It was amazing in the beginning, but now people are becoming, again, more intuitive. They're like, oh, what's her name? Christine is so fake. Did she fake her pregnancy? Or so the relationship between Krishnell and one of the short twins, I don't remember his name, Brent, I think, whatever. It was fake. So it's kind of going towards that Bravo thing where we're starting to question now, like the authenticity of the shows. I think the most authentic reality TV shows are just like if you just grab a camera and just follow people around without having producers and 10 people around, which is why I'm making a prediction. I think I feel like shows like Big Brother, where like The Real World are going to come back. They're going to come back. They're going to be hyped up.
I mean, The Real World is one of the first reality shows that really started it all, with the voyeurism of it all. I, personally, because I really don't watch much TV or much shows or anything, I'm always out of the loop. But one of my favorites, if I have a favorite reality show, it's called What Would You Do? I don't know if you ever heard of What Would You Do? It's here in America. I'm not sure if it goes all around the world, but What Would You Do is basically it's real people, but they put actors and in scenarios with real people.
Oh, yes, I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
in every kind of different scenario. And I love it as an actor because I'm learning sociology, I'm learning psychology, and like the way people think and what would they do in this situation and blah, blah, blah. And that is one of my favorite reality shows because it's organic, it's original, it's real. These people don't know that they're being filmed, but once they realize, they're like, oh my God, what would you do? And, blah, blah, blah. And a lot of the times, I find myself emotional, especially when one of the, unsuspected prospects have done something so heartwarming for the actor that they didn't know was an actor, and they're just doing it, and you can feel the humanistic side of the person that has no idea that there's a camera watching them, no idea that they're involved with an actor, and sometimes it even overwhelms the actor at the end. When heartwarming things are done. And I just think it's beautiful. So that's my kind of reality show right there.
I'm with you. I love the ones that are like social experiments. Like Netflix is trying to I love that. I'm just like you because I like to analyze. I also use I have an issue because I've got the disability because I'm a psychic medium. Like I watch things and sometimes I get too deep into it and I start picking things up about the people, what's going to happen next. And I'm like, I don't want a spoiler. I just want... And if you ask Kempire as well, because I'm always I'm watching the show now, and this is he's like, oh no, we have to do a reading about this. I'm like, no, I want to watch the show. I just want to watch the show. But I'm the same because I analyze, I pick up, I read. I love social experiments, which is why I like The Circle. Like I like The Circle because it's almost like a social experiment, as in how we are on social media. And the persona that we put on.
Is that on Netflix?
It is you have to watch it. I mean, this is definitely because it is, you're an Aquarius. I feel you. I got you. You're going to love that because it's how people take on personas. Either they can be themselves, otherwise they can be a catfish and pretend they're to be someone else. Hold on, let me just say big thank you to Black Coffee for the super sticker. Thank you. Well, you made it to the live, Black Coffee. So nice to see you. Survivor and Big Brother are my favorite reality shows. See, these types of shows are going to come back, and they're going to come back with a bang. Let's say, prediction. Look,
I trust your prediction.
Oh, the circle's so fascinating to watch. You have to watch it. Definitely season one. I always like season ones because the players are not, they don't know what to expect. So they don't come in prepped,
Right.
you know?
Right.
So watch season one and let me know what you think of that. Because
For
that,
sure.
that's
Okay. Okay.
fascinating.
Okay.
Fascinating. Let me just see what people are saying. People call me judgy. I'm just intuitive. Well, you can be intuitive and judgy. You can be both. But I'm just going really quickly to, oh, thank you. Yes, reminding everyone to subscribe and click and like
Please
channel.
subscribe.
I'm trying, there's so much we need to talk about, but
Yes.
we're pressed for time. So I'm in a little bit of a rush because RJ has to go. Real quickly, have you been sort of following the whole Amber and Johnny Depp court? Because we talked about it in the last live I did.
So
Thoughts?
so I see it. And I know a little bit about it. But you know, like I said, like I kind of stray away from, you know, like I'm not under a rock, you know what I'm saying? Like I know about certain things, but I kind of like stray away from
Yeah.
certain things, you know, and where I put my energy. But I do know a little bit about what's going on.
What are your thoughts?
Well, first of all, as first of all, as an actor, I
A thespian.
yeah, as a thespian, admire I admire Johnny Depp tremendously. I grew up watching him, you know, Edward Scissorhands, what have you, all different kinds of movies. I admire him. I think that he is a special person.
He's a
I
Gemini, by the way.
Huh?
He's a Gemini.
Oh
Look,
look! Oh my God! And you know how Aquarius and Geminis are. We're like super compatible.
super compatible, but we can't trust the Geminis. We just can't trust them. But
Yeah,
sorry, go on.
yeah. Actually, Gemini was my first love, but that kind of went off the rail. But anyway, yeah, Johnny Depp, I admire and respect him, and so I'm gonna say that first. So, do you have any other questions before? I would just say that. Miss Amber, girl, I'm sorry, I don't follow the whole what universe is she in that her movies? Marvel? Is it Marvel?
I don't know. We've all lost our marvel or our marbles with this situation with Johnny
It's
Depp.
no. She's like in her, like the movies that she's like a superhero.
Yeah, she was on chat. Help us
Exactly.
out.
Exactly. See, we don't even know. But honey,
We don't. I don't
Miss
follow them.
Miss Amber, like girl, like I know like you've done big stuff and everything like that. And I guess my bias is about to come out with me even starting talking like that. And
Wait,
I'm
do you want to know? Do you want to know her chart? Hold on. Go, look. She's a Taurus, Empire
okay.
Taurus. She's got a
Oh,
moon in Libra, which explains the, oh my God, she
she's
definitely
a
has an issue with,
she her just looking at that chart for a little bit, she's a battle cat.
yep,
Um,
moon in
she's a
Libra and then Venus in Taurus. So she's looking for someone stable, but then she's got Mercury in Aries and Mars in Capricorn. She's a mess. Sorry.
unfortunately, Tauruses have the propensity to hit. You know, Tauruses are first of all, let me say this. I think Tauruses are great people. But I've been with the Taurus. I was with him for some years, and also my brother's a Taurus, and I know other Tauruses, blah blah blah. To me, they are very tactical. They love to touch. They love to feel. They love to get
Very.
physical. They love to get physical. They have the propensity. I'm not calling all Tauruses, you know, fighters.
No, we're just generalizing now.
Yeah,
It's
but
not.
but I find that Tauruses, they do have the propensity to put their hands on you. Um, and then if you add that with trying to control narcissism, um, drugs, alcohol, that risk, that probability becomes greater.
Yeah.
And So I'm gonna stop right there and allow you to ask me another question.
Well, I have to say that Amber is a Taurus, and so is Teresa. So, but Teresa, I mean, from New Jersey, Housewives. And let's look
And
at
you see how
Johny
she
Depp.
flipped the table. To me, I didn't know Teresa was a Taurus, but now knowing that makes sense. They like I said, they're tactical creatures. They tactile
Yes,
creatures. Like they have touch, 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 touch.
smell, touch, feel. It's
Yes,
all about that's
yes,
why they're very
yes.
sensual in bed.
Mm-hmm,
Like in bed, they're super sensual because they'll do everything. They'll do the foreplay. You know,
mm-hmm.
people, Aquarians, hints, hints. We don't like foreplay that much, but I mean, like, just putting it out there. I don't
Yes,
care.
yes.
But Tauruses are all about let's play, let's touch, let's cuddle, let's kiss,
And
let's
they're rough. They can be rough. The women and the men can be rough, like and intense. And you know, a Taurus is the sign of the bull. So if you piss a Taurus off, just imagine, you know, when they hold up the red little flag and the bull and they're waiting for the bulls to go right through that red that red flag. They're like that. They see red, and it is hard to stop the bull when it's running.
But the thing with the bull is, I agree with you, but the thing is, they're very patient though. They're Libras, for instance. Libras or Aries, they
Yeah,
get agitated easily and they're going to show their emotions. They're
right.
going to Tauruses, they won't. They kind of like swallow in, but
Slow and steady. Slow and steady.
slow and steady. That's
Yeah,
definitely with Tauruses. But once they're done,
yeah.
they're like, as you said, they see red and you better be like, move out of the way because they're gonna hurt you. I don't mean physically, but I
Yeah.
mean they can be intimidating.
They like to Tauruses. They love to get a lick back. Lick back meaning if they feel like you've done something to them, they're the type that they could be really petty. They love to,
Yeah.
get you back. And I noticed that after a breakup of relationship, or if the relationship is deteriorating, Tauruses, they also have the propensity to stalk. They have the propensity to try to wreak havoc if they feel like you've wronged them. They will try to wreak havoc on you.
Yeah,
And
that's true.
that goes for all genders when it comes to Taurus.
Yeah,
I've seen
that's
it.
true because they're about fairness. It's about they're fair. We have to
Mm-hmm.
say about Taurus, they're very fair. They're very loyal. But if they feel that you're not reciprocating, they're like, I'm out. I'm done. And they can be very, very firm and
And it's
straight.
hard for them to let go though. Tauruses have if they love you or they cared about you, they it's hard for them to let go. They don't want to let
Yeah.
go. So you'll see the Taurus if you're getting ready to break up or whatever or split, they'll cry, they'll threaten, they'll throw things, they'll break
Yeah.
things. I've also witnessed that.
Well, that's Amber. Where is she? Hold on, where's her? And then we'll Taurus, there Moon in Libra, always trying to find balance, never moodiness. North Node in Aries. I mean, yeah, but this is just a chart. The thing, it's just a chart. She also has narcissism. Okay, so combine that with her, because any other person who's not a narcissist who has the same chart would be very different. Would
Right,
not react like her.
right.
Poor Johnny. I want to look at his really quickly. He's a Gemini. He's got his moon in Capricorn. Oh dear, he's very introverted.
Oh, that
Very.
explains a lot.
That explains a lot. Very conservative too,
Yeah,
regardless
yeah,
that
yeah,
rock style. He's a
yeah.
traditionalist. He's very much about family and traditions, following and Venus in Taurus. Wow. Wow. Does anyone know? I mean, the chat will let us know. But why did he split with Vanessa Paradis? Because that seemed like a really good connection with Vanessa Paradis. Because she was like a free spirit. She's a free spirit. She's an artist. She's a singer. He's an artist, a musician too.
I don't know much about his relationships his relationship with Vanessa or his relationships, period. But I did read, that they were together for some years. And I don't know this to be true, But it wouldn't be hard to believe if Amber kind of got in the way of those two in a way where she pulled Johny away. I don't know this. I don't know this. I'm speculating, and that's one of the. I hate being presumptuous, but the only reason I am being presumptuous in this particular situation is because I read that Amber. It just came out in court that there was infidelity involved when
From
she
her
was
side.
when she was when she was with Johny. Elon Musk being one of those people. And then there was another guy.
Danielle is in the house, by the way.
There was another guy. So she seems to get around. And when you talk about the narcissism of it all, you know, they don't like to take accountability. They will gaslight you. Johny Depp, to a lot of us, seemed for years to be this elusive, stoic, you know, almost dark kind of creature. So when she came out with those allegations, it was easy for a lot of people to believe it because Johny seemed, you know, like maybe he could do something like that. You know, he's always playing these dark roles, and maybe he could abuse a woman and do this and do that. But then the more that you start to peel back the layers and you start to look at the evidence, at least from Amber's side, you start to see that something's off, something's odd. You know, because it seems like Johny is so wounded, she used him being wounded against him. And I believe for Johny, he was dependent upon her, and she used that to her advantage as a narcissist. Yeah. So she said things to him like, "You're a bad father. You're no good. You're this and this and that." You know, and you when you start working on a person's psychological, that starts to affect their moral compass. So she started to work on that. She started to lean in on, you know, certain phrases to get at him, to get under his skin. And what more can get under a person's skin than saying that they're no good to their kids? You know, they're trash to their kids. She also, you know, as Johny put it, smeared human fecal matter onto the bed. Onto the bed. And she tried to blame it on the dogs. I think that there's a lot going on upstairs with Amber. I think that a lot more will be revealed. She, if anything, you got to look at the evidence, right? She threw not one, but 2 bottles at Johny. She cut his finger to the bone.
I know.
You know, it's still, you know, the court case is still going on. We have to see what other evidence comes out, but it's not looking good for Miss
How much more do you need? I think that's enough. Like the fact that
I mean,
you know what I mean?
No, I'm saying this from a non-biased standpoint, Natalie. Right. I mean, like, okay, maybe she might have evidence of some sort that we don't know about. I'm trying to be as non-biased as possible, but I am talking about the things that we know of that are out there and regarding her. So far, I'm not sure if I've seen or come across anything necessarily when it comes to being physical against her yet on Johny's side. But if that comes out and when that comes out, I will stand to be corrected and informed. But so far, I'm just hearing Amber, and I'm also seeing visually the things that she's done. They have her in the elevator with one of the people she was cheating on with Johny when she was with Johny. They have that footage. They have her on audio speaking crazy,
absolutely psychotic.
There's witnesses, you know, security guard witnesses that can attest to her saying that she's going to commit suicide if he leaves, and all of this just chaotic. What a crisis, man.
It's a crisis, but you know what? I'm glad it's terrible for them, but I'm glad that this court is happening live on TV, that we're able to watch it, because it's actually a good lesson for people to see the red flags when it comes to narcissism and toxic and codependent relationships. We talked about it a few days ago on a live, talking about karmic relationship versus soulmates. And in this case, is totally karmic. Forget about Amber being narcissistic or whatever. This is totally karmic, because he was trying to get out of it, out of that relationship, and she would react in a way violently where she would bring him back. And as you said, it was like almost just making him feel little and not appreciated and not valued.
Yeah.
And if the person that you love does not respect, value, or treat you in a kind manner, then you don't expect that from others. So,
and Johny, the thing about it is, with narcissism that I've learned when I've experienced it, first of all, people, be aware, not only in your relationships intimately, be aware of the definition and the psychology of narcissists. Be aware that there's different categories. There's malignant, blah, blah, blah. It goes down the line.
Yeah.
Be aware of these, please, because it will save you in the long run. However, at the same time, we're all just human, right? I know about the definitions. I know a little bit about the psychology. However, I found that a lot of the times I don't realize until it's already too late. Until the narcissist has jabbed me with the parasitic sting. And so it's hard, because they can be overt or they can be covert. But Johny, he said that he stayed. I'm not sure how much he's aware of the psychology of narcissism, but he said that he stayed because of what he's seen his father do.
That was my next point. Knowing now how he was raised and in the environment that he was raised in. See, because we talk a lot about on this channel about karmic ties and bonds, and how we can have karmic relationships with parents too, with family. And look at him. He didn't break those ties, well, at least spiritually and energetically, with his mom, sorry. And I don't mean physically, like distancing himself. I mean energetically on a higher level.
Mm-hmm.
And look at him. He fell right in the trap of Amber Heard, because she knew exactly how to manipulate him. And at the end of the day, she knew exactly what she was doing, pretty much social climbing, because she's not even straight. So that's another thing that no one's talking about. She wasn't.
Wait, what do you mean?
She's bi.
Oh, wow.
But I think she didn't have. I read somewhere that she hadn't had a relationship with a man in many, many, many years before Johny. She was with women, and then suddenly she's with Johny, gets married to him, cheats on him allegedly with Elon Musk and James Franco. I think I don't remember, right?
Yeah.
And then they split up, and then she's with a woman again, and now she has a baby. So I'm just saying that the whole thing just screams not just red flags, like red everything.
Red.
The whole situation with Johny and Amber, it's sad. We all hurt for him, because we actually, I was so pleasantly not even pleasantly, but I was surprised to see how introverted he is and how hard he finds it to express himself. At first, I really thought he was I'm like, he must be an Aquarius, because as Aquarians, we have such a hard time putting feelings and thoughts together and making it come out, making sense. But so it just shows that he's a shy, wounded little, like a little
Very
boy.
wounded.
A little boy. He's still
very
a little
wounded.
boy.
Very wounded. I mean, is his wounds and being wounded are deep. Like, is deep.
That, and he fell right into that, like in her net of deception and being conniving and all that. And I'm sad for him, but it's a big lesson for all of us. Big lesson for all of us. If it feels, and I've written that on Instagram, if at first you meet someone and something is off, don't give it a second chance. It means there is something off there.
And Amber, one of the other narcissistic, big narcissistic qualities you guys have to remember is if the narcissist does not get their way, or if they feel like they want to get back at you, they will do a smear campaign.
Oh yeah.
That
He's
is
just
one of that is one of the biggest things about a narcissist, is that they would do a smear campaign. They are the kind of people that say, "Oh, okay, you want me to tell everybody? Because I will," and they will do it. Or, "You want everybody to know this? Because like that." And she did. And Johny doesn't care for that kind of attention. I think that it was years before he even spoke up and said something to. He was finally like, hey, I'm gonna stick up for myself. This is defamation, and I'm gonna see you in court. It took him, I think, a few years, if I'm not mistaken. She ruined his life. Warner Brothers cut him. They cut him from different movies.
yeah.
I
She
mean,
tried to cancel him.
she did a lot of damage and destruction. Shame on you, Amber. Shame on you. Regardless of what happened, and with me not knowing all the evidence, you don't. If you love somebody, and this is supposed to be a marriage, you keep things private. You keep things private. Not everything has to be known, especially if it's untruth.
I agree 100%. Right, because time is running out and we don't have that much time. And I know you have to go.
Yes.
We would like to go to the third part of this live.
Okay.
Everyone, drum rolls, please. Okay, let's get the energy flowing because I'm gonna be reading RJ. I started already before we went on, and then we were like, no,
Yes.
stop. We start now, right? Because I don't want to go too deep like the way I do privately, right? When I do private readings, I'm going to say a little bit of what I started telling you before about what I see and feel, and then you can ask me anything, and I will pull some cards for you.
Okay.
How does that sound?
That sounds
right.
Fun.
So I was telling RJ that he's got a light about him. So we have a lot of intuitives in the chat, so they will see and understand what I mean. So there are certain people that have a light, a magnetism about them. Their energy is very, very open, very bright. And these people are normally the people who have gone through some trauma, and instead of allowing the trauma to hold them back in life and act in certain ways that is a learned behavior because of maybe parents or because of the environment they grew up in, what they do is they try to heal their past. It could be a past life too, not just this life, right? Or past life trauma or in this life trauma. And what they try to do is, like they open up to attract people towards them, because that's how they feel, or we feel. I'm one of them too, where that's how we conceive or perceive, actually not conceive, perceive love. Okay. So now I was telling RJ that you're very open, which makes you very, very vulnerable to attacks, spiritual or attacks like from people who just want to bring you down, drag you down, they want to shade you and all that. That's one. And the other one is that you're very vulnerable to your own emotions. Sometimes you might feel attached to certain, it could be a job, could be people, it could be animals. It doesn't really matter. It could even be objects, but I'm not saying that you're materialistic. But us Aquarians, we have this thing where we get attached. Like we might have like a cup that we've had 20 years and we're so attached to it. Like it's broken down, it's breaking or whatever. But because why? It's not the object, is what it makes us feel when we hold this. You remember, you go back to that time 20 years ago, what you were going through in life, the time when you bought this cup, for instance. So, and I was telling you that I feel that the next 1 or 2 years are going to be slightly challenging for you on an emotional level, because there's a lot of purging that you have to do. You have to start purging, and it's coming, it's bubbling up, bubbling up, and you're feeling it, but you're avoiding it as well. That's how I feel, that there is that sense. Also with relationships, that also will affect your love life, because we had a look before, everyone, at his chart, and I just told him a few things about what he's after in relationships and how he is when he's in a relationship with a partner. And one of the ways that RJ is that he's very picky at first. He's always very picky. He's very picky. He gives chances. But the thing is that if he feels that the other person is not respecting his space, his emotions, his needs, RJ tends to kind of like step back. And that's why you don't like, as we said before, living with people, being with people, moving in with people. You need to have that space, regardless how in love you are. And the other thing that you do, speaking of in love, is you doubt the feeling of being in love.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying you haven't felt it, but you doubt it. You're not even sure if what you were feeling was being in love, was lust, was chemistry, was sexual, whatever it was.
Right.
And this is why a lot of times you struggle with when you meet people or you go on dates or you jump into a relationship, you struggle to understand how deep that relationship can go or how deep that relationship is. I hope that makes sense.
Sorry, somebody had called, but that was, yes.
We talked about it. Yeah. So, and the next 1 or 2 years, going back to your love life and what's going to happen the next 1 or 2 years, there's a lot of purging to do. So you'll be dating, meeting people here and there, but I personally don't feel that this big love, which he's there, he's coming, he's there. I know it, I feel it, but I also get the sense that you will settle down around near the age of 40. Okay, that's what I'm getting with you. I do see you want a family, you want kids, you want dogs, you want the whole thing. And I do, it's really weird because I do see, do you want a boy and a girl? Because I see a boy and a girl, but then it changed to 2 boys, just saying. So,
all is a blessing. So no specifications necessarily.
You want to adopt, don't you? I feel like you want to adopt from, I mean, you don't want to go the whole like surrogacy route, but I see adoption. I just see that you're going to adopt because I also see you traveling, RJ. I see you going to Africa. I see you traveling to third world countries as well and doing a lot of work and recording. I don't know why, but I see cameras. Like, I feel like a documentary. This is what I'm getting. So a documentary, but not yet, right? Because in the next 1 or 2 years, there's going to be a lot of project, a lot of emotion, a lot of things are going to come out. You're also going to become very, very introverted. But it's all good. It's all part of your healing. There are a lot of ties, energetic ties, cords, if you want, that you need to cut from your past because you feel already, you feel like you're ready. You feel like you're ready to seize the world and opportunities are coming your way. But it feels to me, it's almost like something's pulling you back, as if you're attached to it like an elastic cord. And then you do these like 2 steps forward, but then suddenly you feel like you're being sort of like dragged back.
Yeah.
But this is for the next 1 or 2 years, because once you start purging and start healing properly, it's all going to start falling. It's going to start making sense. The world around you is going to make sense, and you're going to change a lot as well. Not just internally. I also feel that you're going to change your looks too. You might go through some like, I need to do something extreme. I need to make like a big change. So I also see like in about 2 years, there's a lot going to happen.
Wow.
You want to ask anything? Let's grab the cards.
Yeah. So it's funny because I want to know, I mean, I know what you said about settling down and at 40. But there's someone who is who's in my life right now who I really adore and like, and I feel like it's the same. I'm not going to get too far into like the details. I'm gonna see what you come out with, but I'm really feeling that vibe. It's different than any of the others, if you will, in my past, tremendously so. So I'm curious to see what the cards reveal about what's going on right now with this specific person, and the fact that our vibe is so organic and easy and unlike anything I've ever felt. I'm interested to see what's going on with it and what might happen with that.
Did you meet when one of you two was just broken up or just went through something emotionally?
Him, not me.
That's what I was feeling as well. I was feeling him, and I feel like it took a while for him. I'll tell you this. He had a hard time trusting you at first. Like trusting you, not like you would cheat, but putting his emotions and everything into it. I feel like he was very guarded because he's been through some stuff, right? And he hasn't made the best choices in his life. But how long have you been together? I get a 7.
It's been like 3 months, almost 3 months now.
Okay, but I get a 7. So did you meet before those 3 months? 4 months before? You kind of met.
We met like almost like at the end of January.
Okay, so we'll see what the 7 is, because I got the 7, but we'll get
I think we might have. I think so. We started talking in January, but I think we met on the 7th of February.
Well, okay, there's the 7.
Yeah, I think we literally met. I think
so.
We met.
Your anniversary. That's your anniversary.
Yeah, we met on February 7th because my birthday was the 5th, and then we met on I think that was the Sunday, the 7th.
Right. Here's the thing. What I love about him is he's super supportive and great at giving advice. What's his sign?
A Leo.
Oh, Leo and Aqua. Campfire, are you listening? See why Leos and
Is Kemp here?
Leos and Aqua. He's here.
Hey, Kemp. Hey. Yes. I love and adore Leo anyway, so that's kind of like a thing in my mind because I always loved Whitney Houston. She's like the only celebrity that I, would have been like, oh my gosh, everybody else is, whatever. But like she was the only celebrity that I would like really go off for, and she's a Leo. And
Campfire is too, by the way. Whitney is his queen.
And I don't want to make any comparisons, but Bobby Brown, he's an Aquarius, and his birthday is the 5th, like mine. So I'll just say that. Anyway, the guy I'm talking.
But I'll keep saying that the best combo is Aqua and Leos. I keep saying it. It's a very good combination. It just like it fits. Fits.
He's a Leo. I'll say that.
And Campfire is saying, "Oh my God, Whitney has been coming through." Wow. Yeah, Campfire has been telling me, because we did a reading on Whitney, and he's been telling me lately that she keeps coming to him. And now we're talking about her, about Whitney. Right. Back to this. So I feel that he is a great companion in the sense, can't speak, that he's very good at giving financial advice. He's a Leo. Very, very grounding too.
Yeah.
Okay. Very grounding for you.
Yeah.
He's very grounding. And he can be firm with you, and you love that. It's like, Aquarians, we don't like to be told what to do. We just generally like to be given. Right. But you allow it from it. You allow it. You like it even. It turns you on in a sense. Yep. Don't put your head down. You're like, yeah.
That's so true.
And you have a lot of fun. And I feel it's very fun relationship. Like, you know how to have fun. Yes. Now, here's the thing. I also feel that you're going to have with him a new beginning. I feel that there's going to be like a new beginning, if that makes sense.
It's already started.
Okay. And you're making plans for the future. So you're looking, and it seems like it's almost like you said, we need to scratch some stuff, or just like forget about certain things that happened before. And this is where we start fresh. New Canva, new chapter, new page.
Girl, go ahead.
All right, I am. Stop me if you want. Okay. Now, I also feel that, did he come on to you? Someone came on. It's either you, but I feel it was him. I feel like it was like, as soon as he saw you, it was like him.
Yeah, it was, but he was such a gentleman about it. So yeah. I think the feelings were mutual, but I think he might. Okay. Um, when it comes, so it's kind of hard to explain, but ultimately he was more of the pursuer. Ultimately,
Yeah, that's what I'm seeing. That he was the one. He saw you. He liked you. He went for it. Like there was no waiting, no being. And Leos, because they've got a big ego. Sometimes they're not going to make the first move
right,
unless they're absolutely sure, because they
right,
don't want to be turned down and
right.
all that. I do feel there is a lot of chemistry, sexual
Oh,
chemistry between
mm-hmm.
you two guys. I mean, it's just boom. Okay. But you know what's funny? Okay, no, I'm not going to say that. Nope, I'll tell you that later.
Oh, okay.
Um,
No, say it now.
are you sure?
Yeah,
All right. So, okay, I'll say it if you. All right.
say it.
Um, so there's a lot of sexual chemistry, but I feel like it's not like you're on top of each other all the time. But when you are, it's just like boom.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's like it feels to me like you both need to be in that space or in that mood, in the mood, but
It's
pretty
funny
much.
that you say that, and I just want people to know how accurate this is. That you say that in the way of sexual intimacy, because like it's not like it's like all this craziness going on, because I'm actually a demisexual. And
Okay.
so I'm a demisexual. Almost sometimes I feel like I'm asexual, but I'm a demisexual. And so for me to even be sexually attracted to someone, I have to have an emotional connection with them, deep, or else I mean, since we're talking about sex here, or else I won't even have an erection. So I have to have an emotion. Like I don't objectify people. I don't think, oh, my brain doesn't even think like that.
Yeah.
So that's interesting that you said that. I just wanted to point that out for accuracy for the viewers.
Okay. Yeah. That's why I wasn't sure if you wanted me
Yeah,
to say, because that's
no,
feel that it's
fine.
not. But I understand it's mental.
Yeah,
It's very much mental. You
yeah,
need to be stimulated and turned on up here in
right.
order for the rest to go ahead. Now, does he have a sister or a best friend, a fire sign?
Yeah, I don't know the signs, but he does have a sister that he's close to, and a female best friend that he's very very close to. Matter of fact, we were supposed. So it's funny because my birthday was February 5th. We hadn't met then, but February 6th we were supposed to meet, and there was something going on with his best friend, and he said, "I'm so sorry, I have to cancel." He apologized profusely. He was like, "I don't do this." Mind you, this was first impressions. So he just was like, "Oh my gosh, what are you doing tomorrow?" And that was February the 7th that we met.
So that was the 7. So
Mm-hmm.
7 is a big number for you guys. So it's not only just your anniversary, but
Yeah.
I feel it's the number that follows you too. Danielle wants to know, what is demisexual?
Oh, so it's where, so for me, like, it's well, first of all, it's where it's like you have to be emotionally, you have to have an emotional connection with the person in order to be to find them sexually attractive. Like if you can bring the most attractive person up to me, that's a man, and he could kiss me and touch me, it won't mean anything to me, and I probably won't even have an erection because I don't know him. I don't
Mhm.
have any type of emotional connection to him.
Right.
So therefore, a lot of the times I feel like an oddball. Like growing up, I mean, I'm trying to say this fast. Like growing up, all of my friends were like, sexually active, doing their thing, and I was kind of jealous. I was like, they get to go have sex and just do whatever. I was like, I can't do that. Like, not because I can't, but I just physically can't. Like, it would feel like rape.
Mm,
I wouldn't be involved,
right,
all the way.
right.
So that's how I am, and I find that like a lot of normal people that can have sex with anybody and have flings, they tend to sexualize people and sometimes objectify people. I don't really do that. So if I see someone, I'm not thinking, oh, I wonder what he looks like underneath, or I wonder what like it's like it doesn't really hit on that for me in
Right.
my brain. So
Okay. I hope that makes it clear for everyone. It's absolutely clear to me how that works, because a lot more and more people work that way, by the way. It's all about up here. It's
yeah,
the physical attraction is one thing. You might
right.
be physically attracted to someone, but it doesn't mean that you want to sleep with them.
Right. Sexuality is extremely complex. I'll say that. It's
Absolutely.
extremely complex.
Absolutely. And it's very much tied to our energies as well. And what you've been through, what you're going through, it's just so much. You can be a very sexual person, like you genuinely enjoy sex, but you can be blocked. You can like, because, and it has to do pretty much with, because everything's tied together, as you said, everything, the energy, the world, us, everything.
And the last, yeah. I
And
mean,
what
oh, sorry, I was about to say, because I know we're pressed for time here, but I was getting ready to say, like, because of me being a demisexual, I felt like an oddball for so long. So the last year, literally, I've been trying to be more sexually more sexual when it comes to my look. Because I felt like I was missing that, you know, and I was like, I want to know what that feels like to change up my look and look sexy. And I just posted this you know, a photo with me like in a fishnet shirt, you know, things that I would have never done. But I'm like, I'm like, even though I that's not like I want to know what that feels like. I'm curious. I don't want to miss out on it. So
I understand. And back to this really quickly before we go. So one piece of advice for both of you, I feel that it's more for him than you. Be careful with your finances and your spending. I feel that you're overdoing it lately, or he's overdoing it lately. Okay.
He might be.
He might be. Yeah. That's what I feel like. On one hand, he wants to save money because I think, or I feel that he wants to start his own business, or he wants to, that's where he's headed. But on the other hand, he's also spending. So it's like, you know,
That's true.
It's very, and Leo's tend to, and he's working on his new business. He's working now.
Yes.
And I feel that you very much are going to help each other very much. This is not just like a relationship, it's a partnership.
Yes. That's
in more ways than one.
With what he's working on, I told him, I said, when you decide to execute this, I said, we can go from here to here with how I can help you.
RJ, remember you said before that you said, funny that I said that around your 40s, you're going to settle down because you see it with him. I agree. You are going to settle down with him. You're going to you're going to do the whole thing, the coupling thing, eventually. Not yet.
What is he? Okay. He has this karmic relationship going on, with the person. And I believe, based off because I'm a YouTube head, I've been looking at my tarots from about 10 different people, and the energy is all the same. They keep saying it's a third party in the way, and that this person has this person bound and trying to interfere. How do you think that will play out
with the third person?
With this person?
I saw it. I saw them, but I don't feel threat.
Okay.
Let me just say it that way, but hold on. Can you give me the initials of this third person? Or just the initial of the first name?
D.
D, okay. It helps you tap into their energy.
Yeah, D.
All right.
DT.
Thanks. Okay. All right. Whoa. Okay. One flew out, so definitely they want to say something. Yeah. Forceful. DT is forceful. He's trying together. There is a past there, I feel.
It's 4 years.
All right. Yeah. There is a past there. Listen, I feel that when they were together, there was a lot of chemistry and sexual tension there, let's just say. There was chemistry, there was just a lot, but it was mostly a lot of physical stuff, I feel. Very, very karmic, very like they just, boof. Yeah, it's like putting two balls of fire together, and then you just have them.
He's a Virgo.
He's a Virgo. I was going to ask you, because that's the next question. Is this person a drinker or someone who has some kind of like addiction issue?
I don't know.
That might change his personality.
I don't know him, so, you know.
All right. Okay. That's what I'm getting, which I feel that there are two sides of this person, right? So when they indulge and when they are in this zone, they become very like, it's just, they're looking for ways to comfort themselves, and usually they tend to go towards like people that they shared a past or they feel connected to. So I feel very a clingy or needy energy about this person.
That's what the other cards were saying. The other people that what I was looking at on YouTube, they were like, they said that, oh, I think he's young, and then they said, I think that he depends on him financially. And then I went ahead and I asked my guy, and I said, is he younger than you? He said, yeah. And I asked him about the financial part, but I assumed that was correct too, and in accordance.
I'll tell you one thing, because I pulled the devil card. Definitely this person has issues, meaning with drugs, alcohol, whatever it is. Very, the energy is scary at points. Like he can go about being very functional and normal during the, but I feel that when he goes into a dark place, this person, just there is a very, very dark side to the point where in their mind, they might think of like doing something and hurting something. They won't do it physically, but this is what I get. And this all comes from insecurity and stuff that this person has been through in the past too. I do feel that they were in a relationship where they were abused, physically abused, okay, in the past. And this has brought a very dark side out of them because they never got the right help, the help that they needed. So it's all coming out. They latch, and they're leeches off of people that give them love, attention, affection. So this person, what I'm trying to say is that will always be sort of like a satellite around your man. Okay. But it's not because your man is saying, yeah, I want you around. It's because he's feeling sorry for him. And the other thing is that this person is just like a dog with a bone, like a very obsessive behavior. This is what I feel.
Yeah.
But nothing that will affect you or your relationship.
Okay.
Because you have doubts.
Yeah.
You have doubts.
Yeah, I had to pull out my Aquarius iciness for a second on him because I could sense some hesitancy from him, and I would want to make sure everything was clear because I asked the right questions in the beginning before, and he told me something and then told me something else. So I had to. Everything that you're saying is accurate. I'm sorry. Continue.
But you know what, with your man, the thing is they don't like conflict.
No.
So, it's like, it's not like he's going to tell you everything because he wants to avoid the reaction. So, but it doesn't mean that hiding or not telling you the full truth means that they're doing it to hurt you or harm you or hide something from you. It's just basically to avoid the whole drama.
Okay.
Because that's the only thing. Now, this third person, are they in the entertainment industry? Are they sort of like,
I don't know what he does. I don't know anything about him.
I feel that he wants to either he's working in the entertainment industry but not known, but wants to be famous or wants to be known or wants to be, a public figure or something. I just feel that he lost. This person is lost completely. They don't know what they want. They think that getting attention from people, even people they are not close to, is a form of love. Because they never got love. It's very complicated, but what I'm trying to say is this person is quite lost, quite wounded. They've got a lot of work to do, but it's not affecting your relationship with your man. It's not. Okay, there is, but you know what? Let's be honest. Let's be 100% honest now.
Yes.
We're Aquarians, right? You're an Aquarius.
Yes.
Sometimes you want that challenge. Sometimes you want to have a little bit of that insecurity and intrigue, and because you're like, because that keeps you going.
A little bit of
too comfortable. You don't want to get too comfortable.
A little bit of a riot, like Summer Walker would say, a little bit of a riot. But he, I know that the reason I don't know much about him, I only know his name because my Leo has said it in conversation.
Yeah.
But I didn't need to ask about him because I know that we're different.
Yeah.
You know, when me and my Leo guy, we walk into a room, you know, there's a spark, there's a magic. I'm aware of this. Not to sound egotistical, but I'm aware of this. And the light that we carry when we're together, I know that it no matter what happens between us, it is something that cannot be duplicated with those two.
And what I feel is that you are going to have ups and downs. You might have like small breakups and tiffs and stuff like that. But what I like about your Leo is that he's got the maturity.
He does.
He's got the maturity and he knows, even though you haven't been together for long, but I feel that he knows how to handle you.
Yeah.
In a good way.
Yeah.
And he knows how to bring you closer to him at moments when you're becoming a little bit more distant, because that's the way you are.
Damn, girl, you good.
I guess you have to go.
Bro, what time is it?
It's 12:30.
Yeah, I gotta go.
You've got to go.
Yeah.
Thank you, RJ, for
You're
doing
welcome, dear. Thank you.
I would love to do this again anytime.
Let's do it again. Let's do it again.
Love it.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you. We'll do it again soon. And as you see, the chat, everyone's so excited to see you. Everyone's so excited to have you.
I'm so happy, you guys. Go on my Instagram. I think Natalie linked it. It's what you see here, RJ.Allan. So ALLAN, RJ.Allan. There you go.
Yes, follow him. And then
so much fun.
For the replay crew, I'll just add everything else down when you watch it on replay. Well, thank you very much, RJ,
You're
for
welcome,
doing this.
My pleasure.
And you're gorgeous.
Thank you.
Love you so much.
Dear. Thank you.
And thank you, everyone, for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, press the notification bell, share the video, do everything that you have to do that helps this channel and, you know, helps the community grow pretty much. That's what we want. We want to grow this community. So everyone, till next time, take care.
Bye, guys.
Bye.